Flintstones World. There's been a lot of talk of infiltration into the U.S. government lately, and with all the hype around what's coming up this week, it kind of makes a person wonder if all this is going to end up in something big. You know, there's a lot at stake, and it seems like these factions inside the government are not planning on letting anything go, so it kind of makes a person wonder. Let's take a look. Parallels in Media.
Who created this? We did, sir. United States government. November 17, 2013, Special Committee for Threat Assessment, Pentagon, classified top secret. This is the Capitol bombing. Right down to the same ordinance.
Now, the Capitol bombing is the exact phrase used by Attorney General nominee Merrick Garland when he misrepresented what happened on January 6th. Now, this guy had it right. This guy above me, he had it right. There has been talk of infiltration into the government. That's why they're going after the Republicans, because they think there's some crazy people in government. However, there has also been, yesterday or the day before, the acting DC police chief, I believe her name was Yogananda Pittman, said that there has been a lot of talk about, quote, extremists wanting to blow up the Capitol during Biden's State of the Union address. And it brought me right back to this video. I watched this show, Designated Survivor. That was the whole premise of the show, was them blowing up the Capitol. Moving on.
Our security vulnerabilities. They were working this out years before it even happened. Someone inside the U.S. government handed over the blueprints to the Majid Nassar for the Capitol bombing. There's a traitor among us.
The funny thing is in this show, it's a Muslim guy that's framed by a military-industrial complex corporation. Pretty interesting, huh? And the dude, he went underground, had a bunch of booms, and decided to make a difference, I guess. Pretty weird. And with all this stuff going on in Nashville with this, man, what is probably the all-time worst cover-up story in history, the Nashville Boomer. Call him the Nashville Lizard Bumper, Alf Hunter.
Rubber baby lizard bumpers.
And then the subsequent HOAX box trucks with sound systems blaring some sort of warning. Yeah, none of that makes any sense to me, and it kind of makes me wonder if those were the precursor to this whole January 6th deal in Washington. Why wouldn't there be something? You want to clear out a bunch of MAGA? Why wouldn't you park an RV with a sound system in there? You know what I mean? There's a bunch of crazy people out.
Yeah, bunch of crazy people. However, we know that didn't happen. But what did happen was agents provocateur went and uncovered themselves at the Capitol. That guy, John Sullivan, he filmed himself. Rudy Gohmert just filmed or went, I don't remember where it was, in the Senate or whatever, but he was playing, though, John Sullivan's films. The dude is plainly a rioter. He's leading people on, and oh man, that's a scary one. I'm getting off track. Here we go.
Out there right now, a bunch of crazy, politically motivated people. Go over to Twitter. There's 100,000, 1 million crazies over there. And they'll call you every name in the book. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be friends with somebody. They'll turn on you in an instant. Man, it is absolutely nuts right now. I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me a bit. to find out that we have traitors in our government that are willing to watch it all burn rather than get in trouble. Just a thought. Leave it in the comments. Clintstone's World, Parallels in Media. Still going on this designated survivor, traitor in the government. Moving on.
What do you got? Okay, so I hacked the woman's cloud, and you were right. She took 2 photos between the time the feed cut and the time of the explosion.
The missing 34 seconds?
Yeah.
Show me.
And Congressman McLeish. Any seats?
Chuck, I've seen this.
Wait for it. This photo was taken 6 seconds later. I can't tell you what happened that night, how they did it, why, but I can tell you McLeish survived.
Because he wasn't there.
We're back on the case. It's a conspiracy. Lizard bumpers.
Shut up.
Moving on.
Lock the door.
Hannah, what's with the cloak and dagger?
McLeish.
Hannah, I already told you gotta let this thing go, alright? Unless you have some proof.
I have it. I need you to stay. And I need you to listen.
And so what you're telling me is that room 105 was a hidden office.
Yes, inside the Capitol, recently renovated.
Right, and that's important because...
Because I went to interview the men who renovated it. This is George Sullivan.
And what'd he say?
Nothing. He had a heart attack a month ago. He's dead.
All right, look, with all due respect to Mr. Sullivan, I got 1,000 people dead from this bombing, okay? So why should I care about construction work with high cholesterol?
All right, point taken. Ask me about Ken Gibson.
Why don't you tell me about Mr. Gibson?
Car accident 2 weeks ago.
Oh, he's dead too. So the person that worked on room 105 is dead. What the hell were they renovating?
That was my question exactly. So I asked Hector to recreate 105 from the debris using the architectural drawings, and this is what he came back with. Looks funny, right? That's because it's not supposed to be there. These are reinforced steel, but the beams are coated in highly durable elastopolymer.
And that does what?
It improves air blast resistance, rendering it virtually indestructible.
Are you saying that...
Yeah. They built a bomb shelter inside the U.S. Capitol.
Sorry. Get excited. So anyways, I'm under the impression that the Capitol has undergone renovations a couple times in the last decade. Once again, kind of makes a person wonder. And you can see this goofball right down here, he was already hot on the trail. He'd made the connections. Moving on.
Ooh.
Shut up.
Pretty crazy, right? Moving on.
McLeish's survival was planned.
This is not theory anymore, Jason. This is not a figment of my imagination. During the State of the Union address, the Capitol blew up and everyone died. Everyone except one man. This is. That there was a plan to make sure that only one person survived. Him. Congressman Peter McLeish. Jason. He's in on it. You haven't said a word.
What the hell do you want me to say?
That you believe me.
Of course I believe you. I didn't want to, but yeah, I do. Who else have you told?
No one. Why? What are you thinking?
These people, whoever they are, they killed almost every senior member of the federal government and tied up any loose ends before we even knew there were any.
So we need to find out the how and the why.
Yes, we do, but we don't know who to trust, and you cannot say anything to anybody.
so much work, I'm back in.